say go when
It's already recording.
really.
Awkward. Hey guys, there was 555 here, and I'm here with my bro Team Delta Force.
Yeah, buddy. What's up, guys?
What's up? Okay, we're gonna be talking about the band. I don't know why we seem so happy. We should be more gloomy, actually. Okay, wait a minute. Changing my personality really quickly. Here we go.
You guys can't see my facial screen, but I'm like.
So we're gonna be talking about the ban list today.
Yes.
It's a very sad day in Yu-Gi-Oh! When the plant engine has finally been killed. And
In a ridiculous.
yes, wind-ups are now tier 0. And Inzectors and Rabbit are both insanely good. And there's not a lot that can actually compete with either of them. Except for apparently TGs, but that was this last format, so never mind. Anyway, on a brighter note, let's go to Team Delta Force to talk about the first card that is now newly banned in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright. Should I just go the list down or just.
Yeah, just go from the top.
Okay, first card. Glow Up Bulb. Stupid card to ban. I mean, well, this mainly goes for the Plant Engine, Glow Bulb, and Spore. They're getting rid of 2 cards when they could easily gotten rid of 1, which was Dandelion, but I guess Konami loves Quick Draw Synchron. So
I don't even know if it's that. In my opinion, I can see why they banned Bulb. I think it's just it's splashable in so many decks, and it's basically a free tuner and a free mill. And yeah, the reason I don't see why they did ban it though is because if they're gonna ban Trishula as well, a lot of times people would use Bulb for Trishula plays. So I don't know what that was about, but the one that I think really didn't make sense was Spore, which was another one of the banned cards. I don't.
I mean, I do not get that at all.
I don't either. I honestly don't.
Okay.
I think if they banned maybe one or the other, but banning both was just like it just doesn't make sense.
They're just like finish him. They basically pulled a Mortal Kombat moment on Plant Engine, Plant Text.
Yeah.
Like, finish him, then they go off ban Spore.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. And now, the ridiculous card, which I did not like, ban Trishula.
I'm both sad it's banned because I bought mine, but it did win me a tournament and whatnot. But at the same time, I can see why it did get banned, and I'm a little happy it's gone because there's some decks that I like playing, like Infernities and stuff, where if you get trished early game, it's so devastating that usually you can't come back. There's games where I've been trished and I've still won, but probably 65-70% of the time you get trished at the right time, you're gonna lose, and if you have nothing to stop it, it's just it's overpowered.
Yeah, like the same thing with Trish. I was kind of happy, or not really happy that Trish got banned, even though I pulled it. I pulled Trish.
Yeah, you pulled yours. Yeah. Well, I pulled my second one too, right? I sold it. So I guess technically, I guess we both technically got our Trishes for free.
Yeah, but Trish, yeah, it was really good of a card. It was always there, so you didn't really need to have worrying about having the right cards, except the tuner and a couple monsters you want to ditch out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like in any deck, it's always there. And you know, there's gonna be other decks that are gonna be more playable, like Dark Worlds.
Yeah.
They have been hyped, but then they didn't really show anything. But Dark Worlds are gonna be now seeking more play in the next format, just because of Trishula, I bet, because they don't have to worry about getting all their Dark Worlds removed.
It was a weird choice to ban it, because at the same time, even though it makes those other decks that like were weak against Trishula, now they don't have to worry about that anymore. But at the same time, it makes those decks that are really good right now, like Insectors and Windups, you don't have that Trish anymore to get rid of the Hunter or the Hornet right away. And even though they can run multiples of those, getting rid of that one early on can win you the game. So now you kind of have to rely on DD Crow to be able to remove those cards, which is it's not as good. It's kind of strange, but I guess we'll see. This next format's gonna be pretty crazy. And let's just quickly move on. I really don't think there's anything more left to say about Trish. Trish is Trish. Good news, though, guys, is that Mistworm we'll be seeing play again in decks other than just Infernities, so that's going to be nice. But yeah, the last ban card's Dust Shoot. We all saw that coming, I think. Every deck pretty much that's topped or won a YCS has been running Dust Shoot as far as I can tell. Drawing it first turn is just too devastating. And even this format's been working late game. And just being able to see your opponent's hand and like predict all of his moves, it's usually like you get Dust Shoot off, you can usually win a lot of the times.
That's why, this format was called the die roll format or whatever. Basically, if you get the die roll, then draw into Dust Shoot, you win.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as the format before, but it was still, if you went first and drew that Dust Shoot, like you said, it was not as bad as the last format where you could set 5 back row and go, but it's, it was pretty darn close. I won't lie, though, I'm going to miss... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what was worse that pissed me off is that first turn Dust Shoot and then Mind Crush. That's what really pissed me off.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Well, I'm going to miss chaining my Dust Shoot to their fast MSTs where they're just like, MST, your back row, right off the bat. When you set just the Dust Shoot, and you're like, Dust Shoot. I'm going to miss doing that personally, but what can you do? I'll have to start running Reckless I'll have to start running Reckless Greeds and everything just to screw people up.
Yeah. Alright, now we move on to restricted cards, which are only limited to 1 in any deck. It's only 2. TG Striker. I mean, it's basically a Cyber Dragon, but a tuner. I'd say level 2 tuner, which I don't really see why it was put to 1, my opinion.
Most TG decks only ran 2, but the reason they put it down to 1 was because in Japan, TG agents, I believe, always ran 3, and it's just too good in that deck, I guess, and that's why this list is kind of weird. It's a little more OCG than TCG based. It's completely more OCG than TCG based, except for the Tengu, of course. But that Tengu wasn't really doing anything, so. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird too. Like, we'll get to that later. Whatever. And then next, Agent of Mystery Earth. It's basically your Stratos, I guess. I can see why they banned it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it didn't necessarily kill.
You didn't mean ban, you mean limit.
Deck. It just made it a lot. Huh?
You said ban, you meant limit. Anyways.
Limit. My bad.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just made the deck. It just made the deck a lot slower. Now I don't really see running triple Hyperion. I really see only 2 because there's not going to be enough targets for Hyperion unless you replace the...
Yeah, with Jupiters, right? But
2 Jupiters. Right?
Yeah, but even then, Jupiters, it's okay. It's not that great. So, yeah, maybe I could see people running two Hyperions now. Who knows? I personally think Earth to 1 was okay. But honestly, the thing that made Earth different compared to Stratos and why I don't think Earth should have gone to 1 was, yeah, Earth's a tuner. But in Earth's defense, it's only got 1,000 attacks. When you think about it, they summon that Earth and they search out. Honest's only at 1, so you really don't have to worry about it too much. And you summon attack over the Earth. You might attack with a Shura or a Flamebow Fire Dog or even Full Helm Knight. No one runs Sabers anymore, but even Full Helm Knight gets over Earth. And it's just like 1,000 attack compared to the 1,800 that Stratos has. That's the difference that I was kind of confused about because I personally would have actually limited Venus. But I guess they didn't want to completely kill a deck. It's just that I think that still everyone's going to be running 3 Venus if they do play agents. And that first turn summon Venus, 2 Shine Balls Gotchi is just such a broken play still. So, yeah.
I can see people running more TG agents next format. I don't really see a pure agent build in the next format, honestly, in my opinion. So I see more TG agent build, even if Striker is down to 1.
I think agents are still going to be good, and I think TGs are still going to be good, because like I said, most TG builds usually only ran 2 strikers anyways, but then the Tengus, of course. But I think both those decks are still viable. They're just not going to be top tier like they were before. And you're really not going to be able to combine them both, the 2 of them together anymore to make them that consistent. So it's not going to be really played very much. So we're already at 10 minutes, so let's just move on to let's just quickly go through the unlimited, or sorry, semi-limited.
Yeah, first one, Marshmallow.
That's, yeah, whatever.
More stall.
Yeah, whatever.
Lumina, we're gonna see more cheap. The deck's gonna be cheap. Lightsworn's gonna be very cheap now. Like everything's pretty much common now.
Yeah, pretty close. Or you can get it as like
I
cheap
think
ultra rares or whatever, gold rares.
Yeah.
But no, I think Lumina 2 is good. I
Emergency
think it's gonna
teleport.
make the deck or the deck a little more. I just said deck. The deck a little more. Speaking of dicks, Underworld 6667. But yeah, I think it's gonna make the deck a little more consistent. But other than that, I don't think it's gonna make that too many of a change or too many changes really.
Yeah, and let's see, what was the next one? Emergency teleport.
I think that was cool. I think that was a good time to come back.
Yeah, she and Smoke Signal, they want more 6 amps to play, I guess. Didn't really see that as a problem. Honestly, the only problem with 6 am was Xian, summon Xian, then like 4 back row. That was
Yeah,
my
but with
problem.
Xian at 1 now, it's not a big deal. As you guys all know, I play Samurai, so I'm actually really looking forward to that second Smoke Signal coming back, because now you can more consistently search out that opening turn Kagemusha to go with the asceticism plays. Or Elder or whatever, you can search out, you know, Kageki, whatever. So I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Okay, next is level 11 area B, just more stall.
Yeah, whatever. No one ever ran that crap
Tribute.
anyways.
I did not get Torrential Tribute at 2, because especially if you're playing against windups, it's gonna be like you draw it late game.
It's too late. That's what I thought was weird too. It's like you draw the torrential and it's too late. It's like, what's the point of having torrential at 2? I guess they wanted to counter that. They didn't want to bring oppression back because I guess they thought oppression would be too good in decks that already control. Like I do agree, oppression would be insane. In TGs, it would be really good in anti-meta again, and it would be really good in samurais and in Zectors, obviously. So I can see kind of why they didn't bring it back. I still think they should have with MST at 3. It's really not that big of a threat. But at the same time, 2 torrential is just like, are you kidding me?
Then again, like Konami just wants to you know, just get their new Xyz monsters out. You know, they just want to make it popular, so I can see why.
Yeah.
Oppression is out, and yeah. So next is Ultimate Offering. I don't really see why, but
No. I think it was good. It makes sense because it was at 3, but there's too many good level 4 exceeds coming out now that are just generic. So that's why I think they did it. Is they don't want offering gadgets to be OP next format because there's just too many good level 4, rank 4 exceed monsters. So it makes sense. I can understand why they put it to 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though MST's at 3 anyways.
Tengu.
Yeah, Tengu. This was the one where people actually... I'm just going to say something really quick, and then you can say your thing. But this is the reason why everyone thought that this list was actually fake originally. Was because there was a TCG card on it. But I've been telling people this for so many formats, and I'm sick of people saying TCG exclusives never get hit. They do get hit, people. If a card is broken enough, it will get hit. And I just think that's people just kind of being neglectful of the fact that Konami's made its money off that card. That time is over. Tengu has time. I still call, not this last format, but the format before, I call that the Tengu format because it was just like, you know, if you ran Tengu, you won. If you didn't run Tengu, your chances of winning were halved. So Tengu to 2 was an excellent choice on their part, and I sold my set for $30, so I'm happy. So yeah, what do you think about it?
Last card.
What do you think about Tengu? I want to hear your thoughts on Tengu, because people are always saying, like I said, that TCG exclusives will never get hit, and it's like, here we go. Here's another example that it can happen.
Yeah, like that's the thing. People think this game is like a democracy, I guess, but it's not really. It's all business, guys.
It is business, yeah. It's the best way to put it.
They already, like you said, they already got all their money they wanted off Reborn Tengu and more. So why would they? Well, I guess I don't really understand why people think TCG exclusives get hit. It's like having imagine what's it called? Chaos Emperor Dragon was a TCG exclusive. Would you want that? You guys are gonna think that's not gonna get banned? No, of course it's gonna get banned. I might sound stupid right now, but I'm just giving an example.
No, it's a perfect example. It's just like I think Tour Guide's going to be around next format at 3. It'll stay at 3 all the way till next format, and then it's probably going to go down to 1 this next September format. And the reason being is that Extreme Victory's kind of dying off now, like I said. So Tengu sales obviously aren't, the sales in those packs aren't as good anymore. I think they stopped printing them maybe as well. But now they're reprinting them as a super, so of course, so of course, you know, hand in hand, it's probably gonna get hit. And then we have one more card left, right?
I believe it's just. Huh?
There's just one more card left in the list, right?
Yeah, it's no longer restricted, which is Call the Haunted.
Call the Haunted.
Recall the Haunted, Monster Reborn.
Yeah, but I don't. Whatever. I run 2 Calls of my Infernities, but I don't really know any other decks that actually even run Call the Haunted at all. I guess Junk Doppel ran it maybe, but other than that, it's kind of. I can understand why I went back to 3, especially with MST at 3 too. It's like whatever.
Yeah, and like, that's it for the balance, guys. Though, but apparently Konami is we're apparently gonna get a different ban list to the TCG, but I highly
possibly that's not confirmed. That's not confirmed.
Again, I guess. Yeah, I mean, but I don't really see changes. I could see, you know, possibly the Plants engine changing a little bit. I don't think they wanted to kill it that much for the TCG, but yeah, like I said, yeah, Sangan too. Tour Bus, it's gonna stay at a $30 card right now, which I believe it's at, because basically people in the previous like 2 weeks they were thinking, okay, if Sangan gets banned, Tour Bus is basically gonna be another TCG exclusive.
That's the thing is that if anything's gonna be different on our list compared to theirs is that there might be a few cards that work with those exclusives we have that might get hit, and Sangan is one of those cards, guys, that might actually get banned. But I guess we'll see that. That'll completely kill Plants. Plants are already dead, but I mean that'll just be it. That'll be the death of it all. I'd be happy with that though. I don't know why Sangan wouldn't be banned, because the fact that it searches out those Veilers and those Max Cs now is just devastating in my opinion.
Super.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you liked our opinions or agreed with some of it at least. And if you guys have any of your opinions about the ban list, let us know down below. I guess out of 1 to 5, just give us your quick rating of how you like the ban list. 5 meaning you love it, 1 meaning you despise it. I'm talking to you.
I give it a 0.
You give it a 0. Okay, so he loathes it. He doesn't despise it.
I don't give it a 0. I give it a 2, 2.5.
2.5. Okay. I'll personally give it a 2. It's just kind of sad because it shows that the Konami's not as much about its player base, which is dumb because we're the people who bring Konami money. If Konami's not making us as players happy, then people are going to quit. And I've already talked to a lot of people I know that are quitting the game because they think this next format's going to be trash. And I do kind of agree with them. I think the format's going to suck. And I've actually been thinking about quitting, but I'm going to keep playing for fun. I'm just not going to be into it as much as other people will be, of course. So yeah, I give it a 2. But anyways, guys, yeah, thanks for watching, and make sure to check out Team Delta, or it's xxTeamDeltaForcexx. Make sure to subscribe to him, or basically he's my partner in crime.
Yeah, I'm not going to be going to Long Beach anymore, guys. Well, that is basically the real format, because I know that all I'm going to be playing against is windups and Zectors.
And well, I think it's going to be Windup and Rabbit mostly. And Zectors will be that deck kind of picking up the rear.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not quitting. I'm just gonna be playing at locals. That's about the highest competition I'll be going to. Yeah, guys. I mean, this is a ridiculous ban list, honestly. But yeah, that's about it.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching, and peace.